got Sho Suzuki.
And I'm Gino Roberto.
I'm Chico Garcia.
Welcome to Geek Lab! Today we got another extra special guest, as we do every single time. We have Master Gino.
Hello, guys.
Partner!
Yeah.
Long time.
The ultimate toy maker, customizer.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of Funko,
Yes, Funko Pop.
hot
I used to
toys.
do hot toys, now I'm doing Funko Pop.
162.
So today we're talking about collectibles, toys, and more toys. Let's start with Funko Pop, the epidemic that is. Now they're really popular now, but for those of you who don't know, they actually started way back in 1998, and they started out doing relatively the same thing because they wanted to stick with vintage pop. So back in 1998, they released, sorry, not pops, but toys, collectibles. They released bobbleheads that represented restaurant icons from back in the day. How do you guys collect Funko Pops here? Or have collected, or all of you guys? What was your
At
first
one point,
pop?
I think even if you're like a statue collector,
It just, you
you
kind of
have one,
Yeah,
at least
right.
one.
At least one pop out there. I remember seeing them a couple of years ago just in normal toy stores like Toy Kingdom. I'd see Peter Pan pops, remember those? And I'd be like, oh, that's so cool. But my initial problem with them was that the quality control on the pops, the first wave at least, not so good. Like the paint jobs were really blotchy and the articulation wasn't that great. But now they've got so many different licenses,
almost everything.
almost everything. Name a show that you like or name a show that you grew up watching, and they probably have like an entire line dedicated to that series. What's the rarest pop you have? Or the rarest pop you
What I
acquired?
have, well, I consider the ones that I have made customs the rare ones.
Nice segue, nice
I'm the only
segue.
one- I'm the only one who has it, so. But as far as the most expensive one being sold right now in the market, I don't really have one. I haven't bought one yet.
For the first issue,
the first wave of,
we have, I have the Hawkman,
That one's hard to find. That
yes,
one's like,
that one's expensive.
the Shazam, and the Green Arrow.
oh, do you have the metallic Shazam?
No,
That's
just the regular one. But
These
those
are
pretty
still
hard
with
to
you,
find.
right?
It's
These
still
pops
with
are
you.
still.
Yeah.
The metallic ones are more expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
metallic ones
You
are.
can just paint that.
Great.
You know what I had? The rarest one I probably got, and I bought this in Mega Mall just a couple of years ago, was the SDCC 2013? SDCC 2012 or 2013, I think, was like the biggest year for Funko, right? That's when it really took off. But I got the metallic Ghost Rider Funko Pop. I'm not even a huge Ghost Rider fan, but it just looks so badass. And I even got, I think I got that for like 1,100 pesos. And I sold it last year for like 2,500.
How much is
It's 13,000 around.
Oh!
Yeah. Damn.
I think the most expensive, I mean, I'm not an expert, but as far as I know, the most expensive is the Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Funko Pops.
Isn't that the first? What I
Yes,
know
the
is
first
the
one.
first-
There's a reissue now, but I
Is
think
there a
the first.
difference? Like, I can't tell because with the DC reissues, I can't
They
really
look the
tell.
same,
the
yeah.
difference. Yeah, they look the same. The box looks
For
the
me,
same.
I-
Is there like a sticker?
I'm
or
sure
something?
there's
The
a way
new
to
one
do
is
it, right?
just different. Even the pose is different. But the first one, right, it goes for around 200,000 now.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that much.
Because
that was-
it's the first ever.
And that wasn't too long ago, not even a decade yet.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
that's
lot more than
amazing.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
What about you, Eric?
I like Funkos, I just make
You just-
when I get orders, yeah.
Right.
Same with Gino, we could say we were batchmates in the
Yeah.
customizing and
We started the same time. Like, first we
With
started
1/6.
in doing 1/6.
Yeah, yeah.
No, every year we have a booth in
Oh,
Toy
Toy
Con.
Con.
Okay.
It's called, what was the first year? Articulated Art.
Yeah, articulated art.
It became your first dibs.
Yeah.
Every year we change them.
Let's talk about how you guys got started. Are you guys toy collectors to begin with? What's your background and why did you decide to start customizing Funko Pops?
Well, my background ever since is art. Like, I went to art school, and then by profession, I'm really an artist. Like, I do graphic design, I do all of that. I was an art director, creative director.
Wow.
All the credentials.
And I still am. So two passions met. My love for toys and art,
Destiny.
and that's why I've
collect
been
toys.
customizing. Yes, I've been collecting for like
What
10
sort of
years
toys?
I started with Marvel Legends, 6-inch.
Ah,
I think
I have those too.
everyone was into that.
You still have them?
Just a few.
No,
pieces
he
left.
put it on sale during our
During Toy-Con. But after that, I started collecting 1/6 Hot Toys, and that's where I started customizing as well.
Right, with the 1/6.
With 1/6, yes.
Gino
It was
makes
so
really clean.
How do you know what? To me though, as a collector, I guess it would be so hard to do that. You know, you get a toy, and hot toys especially, they're pretty pricey, right?
Yeah.
You know, 10,000 or 7 would be the cheapest you could get, and like having to,
You take some
Very
and
nice,
that's what got me started actually.
And when did you get into Funko?
I think 2 years ago, a year ago. Not that long.
Was it your choice, or you really found it interesting, or because people started asking? you?
Oh, yeah, Gino, you should
No,
do
actually I
this.
just wanted to make a mini figure of myself.
Mhm.
Like,
So it was vanity
This guy.
that drove you to.
Sort of. Right. No, yeah, it's this guy. This was like the first ever figure that I made.
Was this one of those like
DIY.
Boy.
Yeah, it's one of those
Male,
one of those DIYs.
man, woman?
Yeah, and I've had that for a long time already, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Mhm.
So I just decided to like make myself. And then when I posted it to the Funko groups, different Funko groups, yeah, the response was really well, and people started asking me.
I think early on, Funko already knew that a lot of people were interested in customizing their own. That's why they
Right.
sold their own
Yeah.
girl and boy.
Yeah.
There's such a huge market for Funko,
Yeah.
right? Kids that can afford these toys, adults that just want to reminisce, and
Right.
artists that want to venture into toys and
Yeah.
customizing.
I mean, I think a lot of people
Can't
underestimated
escape Funko.
the Funko Pops.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
how everyone was saying this will last for a year, 2 years tops.
You know,
And
but
then how many years
yeah.
has it been, and it's still
I
getting
thought so.
stronger
No,
than
I
ever.
thought it was just a hype
Yeah.
trend.
I read an article before about Funko that the guy, what's the name of the guy again?
Brian?
Right.
Brian, yeah, he was pitching his idea of bringing in these things, and then the people were like the corporate bigger ups, the ones that have established figure companies already. I'm not sure which names, but they were already bringing down Brian from like the beginning, saying
Right.
that this a lot of people have thought about doing this thing, not a lot really pushed through. But then Brian kept to it. He stuck to his gun. He kept
I
making
think it was really good timing.
Yeah.
Because, they came in at a time where movies and all these comic books that we
Pop
used to
culture.
watch, yeah, pop culture
Pop culture.
really started taking over us. Are you a big fan of Harley? Kasi puro Harley lang yung
Where's that by request?
Hindi naman. These are actually mine.
Okay.
These are mine.
Are you selling them?
No. And I'm not reproducing them.
Sorry, Chico. Sorry, Chico.
Except for Darna. Like, I made a limited run of Darna before. She was actually like the first ever order that I accepted.
How many pieces?
Did I make? I think 20 or 25.
Ooh,
Just
limited.
very limited, yeah.
How much do you sell them for? Like
I just-
Darna, how much is that?
Darna, I just sold Darna for 3,000 each.
Okay.
It's good.
And with the material that you use, is it different from what Funko uses, or is it the same?
For the reproduction of Darna, yes, I had to get it recasted. So where I can mass produce.
What does Funko use and what do you
It's
use?
vinyl.
Okay.
What I use is epoxy sculpt. It's like stone once it hardens. It's pretty solid.
Does it melt?
It's
Like,
really
is
good.
it sensitive to heat and?
No, it's pretty durable and it's easy to use because it ano na siya, air dry.
No.
Yeah.
No need to bake.
No need to bake it like sculpting.
Right. Okay. Is that what's on your hair?
Yes.
I mean, what's on your head? Because that's really heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does
That's
feel
a
like
lot
it
of
feels like
epoxy.
resin. Just lift that up. What about you, Eric? So you do this too. When did you get
We
started?
have a similar story after hearing his Marvel
Guys.
So for instance, for the DeLorean, is that like
I-
from scratch, or it's from another like?
Oh yeah, because they DeLorean.
No, there is.
Funko.
That's the one.
That's
but
the one.
I opened it up so
Okay.
you can.
Because you can make a more iconic pose.
Okay.
Yeah, iconic pose. There you go.
Is it harder to do it from scratch? Do you guys always need like a base from
I
Funko?
always have to get an existing first.
Mm.
It's case to case.
Yeah.
In my case,
Depends.
But with Darna, you had.
I had a base figure like a blank.
Oh, you still
female.
had a base figure
Yeah.
for. What was the funniest or the most memorable order that you received, or a pop that you made?
If somebody asks you to create a pop of a character that doesn't have, has a weird shape, that doesn't have something that exists that's very similar, how do you like
This-
sculpt it from scratch? Yeah, like,
Ayun, so
did you
dapat
sculpt it
pala.
from scratch?
This is 3 parts. This is 3 Funkos, chop chop. This is the black, male.
Yeah.
That's Apocalypse, by the way, in case you guys can't see. Apocalypse.
So, yeah, this is the weirdest one I've ever.
Like for instance, let's say it has like through 4 tentacles and webbed feet, and like how do you do
Ito,
that?
Eric, yung aso. Si Chow. How would you?
How would I make?
Uh-uh.
How would you?
If you don't have a base that you can use, that's very similar.
Sometimes it's easier to sculpt from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah, I would use.
So like, just
Because if you try to
you
do
would
with your-
mold it like how you would with Play-Doh? I mean, is that how it works?
Yes.
And then you just wait for it to dry.
Yes.
And then you just paint.
Wow.
Because it's more restricting sometimes if you try to like figure out how to do a figure using existing pops it.
Because you have to undo it first.
Yeah.
And then,
So sometimes I just find it easier to just do it from scratch.
right.
Like I recently did a tutorial pop. Yeah. It's actually there in the other shop right
Oh, that's
now.
so
Oh,
cool.
you're selling it.
No, the guy who's there bought it from me.
Oh.
Ordered it from me. But anyway, that thing I almost sculpted the whole thing from scratch. Because the shape is
Exactly.
really different.
Yeah,
like,
So you made the eyes just like Funko.
yeah.
Okay.
It's almost
How that?
So with this one, this is paint though, right?
That's just,
like this is just
separate
paint,
paint.
and then you decided to go with the vinyl sticker.
Yeah.
Is that something you do? So is this something you customize?
I guess that's your trademark.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I was just saying because one of the most impressive things about Gino is, aside from the actual pop itself, is the box. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so. It looks really legit.
Exactly.
It
Thank
looks
you.
just like a pop box, and
This
you
one's
don't
an
see that.
official pop box.
It's an original.
You'll never see, you'll
Yes,
never
right.
think which is
Even the
original.
bottom.
So Funko, if you're gonna go after anybody, we're not affiliated with them in
This
any way.
episode was brought to you by.
Hey, we're in Green Hills, so it's, I think it's only
It's super legit, like, right? Because we were so surprised that we've seen really good customized pops, but most of the time they're in boxes that
Well,
are
that's
blatantly.
because,
That's
what
something I can't do. Hands down to Gino.
You know, that's one good thing about, because there are a lot of pop collectors who don't have places to put their pops, so they usually keep them inside the box. So it's such a nice addition for a custom pop.
And the box
Figure
matters
out.
a lot. The box actually matters a lot to pop collectors.
Yeah,
Like, they're
yeah.
really sensitive about their boxes.
I've heard some cases
Toy
where
collectors in general
they
are
would
really
look at the box
sensitive.
before
Yeah.
buying it.
Yeah.
Not hot toys collectors. We don't care about the
Oh
box.
yeah.
Yeah, they buy the figure even without the box. We don't care.
Because I collect statues and I get kind of
Yeah.
picky with.
With the
You do you?
I'm not picky with boxes.
Oh, I am. So I want to ask Eric and Gino, do you have any trademarks? You know, you guys are artists. Do you have any trademarks?
I'm D. Ortigas.
And I'm Chico Garcia.
You customize your
It's
pops.
like your version of the
Today we have a very has more expression.
Oh.
How do you do that? LED?
EL wires for this one. The
Uh-huh.
others are EL strap, the others light bulbs. Wait.
It's battery operated, so you can.
My trademark is it's battery operated, but you can charge it through a charger.
Oh,
it's convenient.
So it doesn't have a dangling.
Kumuha ka ng power bank na Funko.
I mean, that's a good idea.
Diba?
Patent!
Wait lang, wait!
Copyright.
Okay, what about you, Gino?
I don't really have like a trademark.
Yes, you
but-
do.
Your boxes!
No, but I take pride in the paint job. Like make sure I really make sure it's clean, the eyes, and yeah, maybe the
Do
boxes.
you think you're the best customizer of
No.
pops in the Philippines?
sure.
maybe in
man.
Pokemon, but
What about your boxes? Like, do you,
the
do you
boxes.
think
No,
that-
because but this is what I do by profession. Like I'm a graphic artist.
so it's only natural
It's
that you
only
think you're the best when it comes to the
No,
boxes.
just the boxes.
I kid you not though, these boxes are just on a whole different level. So one more thing, if I were to, because I'm already on top of your list, right?
Sure.
Sure. So if I were to ask you to make a pop of myself, I mean, part of the charm of Funko Pops is that they're so simplistic in their design. How would you how would you put enough character in these figures to make them look like characters, or me, for example?
Well, there was this one case. I had to use Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect,
Yeah.
the base figure.
May Fat Amy pala na.
Yeah, there's a Fat Amy figure. So I said to my client,
Gino.
I'm going to use Amy, but I'm gonna chop off some of her. I just need the silhouette.
Was-
So she took it.
The silhouette! Oh.
No, but
I'm just gonna chop off her bangs.
trim down frog version of fat.
Oh,
Of Amy, I didn't even say fat. I
So
just said
not
Amy.
so fat.
Not so
Amy.
and now you know!
Which client was this? Lagot.
This is the frog, but
Have there been any orders where they sent you their photo and then you would tell them in advance, I'm gonna use a bigger body for your Funko? Because
Amy not, right?
no, I mean like
as in
literally,
their specific. No,
like they
not
didn't
mine.
say to make it fat, but then you're like asking them, am I gonna make it look real? Like,
As you used Ursula, ganun.
yeah.
I rarely say naman kasi what. I rarely say what base figure I use eh. Unless-
Showing us
Roberto!
all their wonderful, wonderful work.
Yung
And
special discount namin
Thanks, Gino.
thank you. And if you want to check out, like any of your like sites or
Their
like
interviews.
interviews,
We'll put up the links down below.
I have an
Right there.
Instagram and a Facebook. We'll just share it.
so if you're interested, get in touch with him, has a box, and he'll take care of you.
And that's episode 3 of Geek Lab. Stay tuned next week as we cover
Something you don't know yet.
a surprise. So once again, thank you so much, Gino partner,
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Gino.
and glad to have you back.
Yes. So check these out.
Well, thanks, Gino.